Let's be honest, when you hear the word Japan, what comes to mind? Technology, clean streets, discipline, long lives. But there's something deeper, something invisible that makes Japan stand out from the rest of the world. The Japanese are not just hardworking, they think differently. They learn differently, they live differently, and that difference shows in everything they do, from how they raise children to how they fix problems that would overwhelm most other countries. So today we're diving into something fascinating: why Japanese people seem smarter, calmer, and more capable than the rest of us. It's not genetics, it's not luck. It's a set of habits, values, and ways of thinking passed down for generations, quietly shaping one of the most intelligent societies on Earth. By the end of this video, you'll understand the hidden principles that make Japan not just a nation of intelligence, but of wisdom. And who knows, you might start seeing life differently too. So grab a cup of tea, sit back, and get ready, because what you're about to hear could change the way you think forever. 1. They master the art of attention. In Japan, focus isn't just a habit, it's a way of life. From the earliest years, children are taught to give their full attention to whatever is in front of them. During meals, they sit quietly, appreciating the taste and presentation of food. In classrooms, lessons unfold without constant chatter or interruptions. Even playtime teaches concentration. Origami, for example, demands patience, precision, and mindfulness. This approach stems from Ichigyo Zamai, a Zen-inspired concept meaning complete absorption in one activity. It's the art of doing one thing and doing it well. Japanese schools reinforce this idea through daily routines like cleaning time, where students sweep floors and wipe desks together, focusing entirely on the task. Calligraphy classes further train the hand and mind to move in harmony, where even a single brushstroke demands calm and control. The tea ceremony, performed slowly and with respect, becomes a meditation on presence itself. Science now supports what Japan has long known: focused attention enhances memory, creativity, and emotional balance. By minimizing distractions, the Japanese nurture sharper minds and stronger discipline. This is why their workers can design complex systems, build precise machinery, or craft art of breathtaking detail without losing composure. In a world where most people chase multiple things at once, Japan proves that the smartest minds are not the busiest, they're the most present. Their quiet concentration, not chaos, is what makes them truly exceptional. 2. Their schools teach character. Before knowledge in Japan, education begins with the heart before the mind. Schools are not just places for memorizing lessons, they are training grounds for becoming responsible, respectful citizens. Before a child learns complex math or science, they are taught how to greet their teachers, bow politely, and show gratitude for the day. This early moral foundation shapes how they learn everything else. One of the most striking traditions in Japanese schools is osoji, or cleaning time. Every day, students spend about 15 to 20 minutes sweeping floors, wiping windows, and scrubbing bathrooms with no janitors involved. It's not about saving money, it's about instilling humility and teamwork. Children learn that no task is beneath them, that shared spaces deserve care, and that contributing to the community is a duty, not an option. Through this daily practice, students internalize respect for their environment, teachers, and one another. They begin to understand that discipline is not enforced, it's cultivated from within. Emotional intelligence blossoms naturally in such an environment, where cooperation matters more than competition. By the time they reach high school, Japanese students have developed a quiet sense of pride and responsibility. They don't just chase grades, they strive to be dependable, honest, and considerate. This is why Japan's society runs so smoothly. It's not a nation of rule followers, it's a nation of people raised to care. In Japan, intelligence is not complete without character, and that's what makes their education truly brilliant. 3. They learn by observation, not argument. In Japan, silence speaks volumes. From childhood, people are taught that wisdom often hides in observation, not noise. In classrooms, students don't interrupt teachers to show off their knowledge. They sit quietly, eyes attentive, absorbing every word, every movement, every subtle cue. This deep form of listening, rooted in centuries of Zen philosophy, teaches patience, awareness, and emotional control. Silence in Japan isn't emptiness, it's space for understanding. When someone speaks, others wait, process, and then respond carefully. This is called harage, the art of implicit communication. It's about sensing the meaning behind words, reading body language, and understanding emotions that are never directly said. Western cultures often equate intelligence with debate and dominance. But in Japan, it's about harmony and precision of thought. Even in workplaces, meetings are not loud exchanges of opinions, but measured discussions where everyone reflects before speaking. This habit fosters clarity and respect. Ideas improve not through argument, but through quiet refinement. Children learn early to notice details others miss: a friend's discomfort, a mistake in a drawing, a change in tone. These micro observations sharpen their minds, training them to connect dots quickly and anticipate problems before they arise. That's why Japanese craftsmanship feels almost spiritual, whether it's sushi made to perfection, kimonos woven with care, or robots built with millimeter accuracy. Their intelligence lies in perception, not persuasion. In Japan, true mastery begins not with words, but with the wisdom of quiet attention. 4. They see learning as a lifelong duty. In Japan, learning isn't a phase of life, it's a lifelong responsibility. The concept of Shushingakushu, meaning lifelong learning, is woven into the nation's identity. Whether it's a student, a working professional, or a retiree, everyone believes that the mind must stay active, curious, and improving. It's common to see elderly men reading about new technologies on trains, or women in their 70s attending calligraphy and language classes. Learning to the Japanese is not about competition, it's about self-respect. This attitude traces back to both Confucian and Buddhist influences, where self-cultivation is seen as a moral duty. To stop learning is to stop growing. That's why Japan's innovation never truly slows down. Even after economic recessions or natural disasters, the country reinvents itself not by luck, but by a population that keeps learning how to do things better. Japanese companies also nurture this mindset. Employees regularly undergo training, not just for skill development, but for personal growth and adaptability. A sushi chef may spend decades perfecting the texture of rice, while a craftsman in Kyoto might still take apprenticeships in his 50s. Even leisure is educational, from reading manga that teaches social values to watching documentaries or attending cultural workshops. Every experience becomes a classroom. In many countries, education ends with a diploma. In Japan, it never does. Because they understand something powerful: a growing mind keeps a nation alive. Learning isn't a task, it's a lifelong art. 5. They value effort more than talent. In Japan, success is built on effort, not natural ability. The phrase "nanakorobi yaoki," fall 7 times, stand up 8, captures the spirit of perseverance deeply rooted in Japanese culture. From childhood, children are taught that failure isn't shameful, giving up is. Teachers and parents praise determination over quick success, teaching that true intelligence grows through hard work and repetition. In classrooms, students don't compete for who's the smartest, they compete with themselves to become better than yesterday. When they struggle with math or writing, teachers encourage them to gambaru, a word meaning do your best and keep trying. This mindset turns setbacks into fuel for growth. It's the foundation of what psychologists call a growth mindset, long before the term became popular in the West. You can see this belief everywhere in Japan. In martial arts, students bow before training to show respect for the process, not just the result. In calligraphy, masters spend years practicing the same strokes, knowing perfection is endless. Even in business, employees continuously refine small details of philosophy known as kaizen, meaning continuous improvement. This collective focus on effort over talent creates humility and unity. When everyone believes they can improve, envy fades and teamwork flourishes. No one feels superior, only more determined. That's why Japanese excellence feels so natural. It's not born, it's built. Their brilliance comes from persistence, a quiet, powerful reminder that the road to mastery is walked, not inherited. 6. They design daily life to train the mind. In Japan, daily life is a quiet classroom for the mind. Every routine, from arranging a meal to boarding a train, is guided by purpose and awareness. This order isn't accidental, it's the result of centuries of cultural refinement rooted in Zen philosophy. Zen teaches that outer simplicity creates inner peace, and that mindfulness is not found in meditation alone, but in how one lives each moment. You see it in the art of the bento box, where every portion is neatly placed, balancing color, nutrition, and beauty. You see it in trains that arrive within seconds of their schedule, reflecting respect for others' time. Even small rituals like removing shoes before entering a home carry deep meaning, a pause that symbolically leaves the chaos of the outside world behind. Homes are designed with this same philosophy of calm. Minimal furniture, soft lighting, and clean lines help quiet the mind. The practice of danshari, letting go of unnecessary belongings, reminds people that clutter clouds judgment. By living simply, one learns to think clearly. Japanese people also plan their days thoughtfully. Meals are prepared ahead, tools are stored neatly, and tasks are approached one by one, not rushed, but completed with care. This conscious living keeps stress low and focus high. In contrast, many Western lifestyles celebrate busyness. But Japan proves that mindfulness isn't laziness. It's intelligence in motion. Every act becomes training for patience, precision, and peace, the true signs of a disciplined mind. 7. They respect time as sacred. In Japan, time isn't just measured in minutes, it's measured in respect. The Japanese see time as something shared, something sacred. Being punctual is more than good manners, it's a moral duty. When you arrive on time, you're showing that you value others as much as yourself. When you're late, you're seen as disrupting harmony, not because of the delay itself, but because it disturbs the collective rhythm of society. This deep respect for time begins early. Japanese children are taught to arrive before the school bell rings, to line up neatly, and to prepare before class starts. In adulthood, this discipline becomes second nature. Whether it's a train conductor, a chef, or a corporate employee, everyone understands that order begins with honoring time. Nowhere is this clearer than in Japan's railway system. The Shinkansen, the world-famous bullet train, is celebrated not just for speed, but precision. A delay of even 60 seconds triggers a public apology. That might sound extreme, but it reflects something profound. A shared belief that time lost cannot be returned, and everyone deserves reliability. This punctuality spills into every part of life. Meetings start on time, deliveries arrive when promised, and weddings, ceremonies, and even festivals follow strict schedules. It's a nation synchronized by respect. Japan's intelligence isn't only in its innovation, it's in its discipline. Order creates peace, peace creates focus, and focus creates brilliance. In Japan, timekeeping isn't mechanical. It's moral, a daily expression of integrity and respect. 8. They turn boredom into art. In Japan, repetition is not seen as dull, it's seen as divine. The Japanese have a remarkable ability to transform routine into ritual and monotony into mastery. This comes from shokunin kushitsu, meaning the craftsman's spirit. It's the belief that true fulfillment comes from doing one thing exceptionally well, even if it takes a lifetime. Take the sushi chef, for instance. Before he's ever allowed to slice fish, he may spend years learning how to wash and cook rice perfectly. A tea master can spend decades perfecting the simple act of pouring tea. A swordsmith might hammer the same blade thousands of times, each strike guided by precision, patience, and pride. To outsiders, this may seem extreme, even obsessive. But to the Japanese, every repetition refines both the skill and the soul. They believe mastery isn't achieved through speed or shortcuts, but through endurance and focus. The process itself becomes a form of meditation, sharpening not just the hands but the mind. This philosophy extends beyond traditional crafts. Factory workers, calligraphers, and even street cleaners perform their roles with grace and care. Every task, no matter how small, deserves excellence. While many societies glorify novelty and quick results, Japan honors steady improvement. This quiet persistence has shaped everything from their technology to their art, giving the world products and ideas that stand the test of time. In Japan, boredom doesn't exist. It's simply the doorway to genius where patience turns repetition into perfection. 9. They teach gratitude. Like a school subject. In Japan, gratitude isn't a polite gesture, it's a way of life. From a young age, children are taught that every act of kindness deserves acknowledgement. The phrase arigato gozaimasu, thank you very much, is spoken countless times a day, not out of habit, but out of sincere respect. Before eating, families say itadakimasu, meaning I humbly receive, to express thanks not just to the cook, but to the farmer, the animal, and even nature itself. After finishing, they say Zochi susama deshita, thanking everyone who made the meal possible. This rhythm of appreciation runs through schools, workplaces, and daily interactions. Students bow to their teachers at the start and end of each lesson. Office workers thank colleagues for their effort, even after a long, exhausting day. Bus drivers thank passengers, and shop clerks bow to customers as they leave. Gratitude in Japan is not formal, it's emotional training in humility and empathy. By recognizing others constantly, Japanese people develop a strong sense of connection and responsibility. This reduces selfishness and conflict, even in crowded cities like Tokyo. Despite millions sharing limited space, there's harmony because people instinctively think of how their actions affect others. This deep culture of appreciation strengthens emotional intelligence, the ability to understand and manage one's emotions while respecting those of others. It's what makes Japan's society feel calm, balanced, and humane. Their secret is simple. Intelligence is not only what you know, it's how you make others feel. Gratitude in Japan is the true measure of wisdom. 10. They don't just build technology. They build culture. Japan's genius lies not only in what it creates, but in how it transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. The Japanese have a unique ability to take ideas born elsewhere and polish them until they shine with beauty, precision, and soul. Cars become smoother, Robots become friendlier. Video games become stories that touch the heart. Even something as simple as a cup of coffee or a train ride feels refined in Japan, efficient, thoughtful, and crafted for comfort. This perfectionist spirit is driven by a philosophy of continuous improvement known as kaizen. It's not about chasing trends or short-term profit. It's about making life better, one careful step at a time. Whether designing a smartphone, a kimono, or a garden, Japanese creators always ask, will this still matter 50 years from now? That patient mindset shapes a culture that values depth over speed. While much of the world hurries to release the next big thing, Japan slows down to perfect the details. This is why their innovations feel timeless, a blend of tradition and modernity that never grows old. From Toyota's reliability to Nintendo's imagination and Uniqlo's simplicity, Japan shows that intelligence isn't just invention, it's refinement. They don't chase brilliance, they nurture it. And, in doing so, they prove something profound. Being smart isn't about doing more, it's about doing better, with heart and purpose. Conclusion. So, are Japanese people really smarter than you? Maybe not in the way most people imagine. They don't possess special DNA or superhuman intelligence. What they have are smarter habits shaped by centuries of culture, discipline, and reflection. The Japanese way of life is proof that wisdom doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers in daily routines. From how they eat slowly and mindfully to how they clean, learn, and work, every action is an exercise in focus and purpose. They've turned the ordinary moments of life, a morning train ride, a classroom lesson, a cup of tea, into quiet lessons in patience, respect, and attention. Their intelligence isn't about speed or competition. It's about balance, thinking deeply, acting carefully, and living with awareness. In Japan, success is built one mindful act at a time, and intelligence is measured not by what you know, but by how you behave. And here's the truth. You don't need to live in Japan to think like this. You just need to slow down, focus on one thing at a time, and give it your full heart. The Japanese show us that being smart isn't about having more, it's about doing better, living simpler, and respecting what matters. So take a breath, be present, live with intention. Because true intelligence isn't found in books or tests, it's found in how you live each day. That, my friend, is the Japanese way. If this inspired you, hit like, share, and subscribe together. Let's keep learning, growing, and living smarter.